Hey everybody, so I was watching a clip of Bill Maher called A Unified Theory of Wokeness. Bill Maher is tough to watch. There are probably people who have much worse politics than he does, diehard conservatives, whatever, but I'm not sure if there's a person who is as insufferable as he is, who has the same kind of smug intellectual incuriosity that Bill Maher does. It is a chore to look at this man. I think. But I'm not here to focus on that today. Rather, I'm just here to look at the first 2 minutes of this video and talk about the very strange argument that it makes. So let me play it for you now.
How we teach our kids history has become a big controversy these days, with liberals accusing conservatives of wanting to whitewash the past, and sometimes that's true. Sometimes they do. But plenty of liberals also want to abuse history to control the present. And last month, a scholar named James Sweet caught hell for calling them out for doing just that. He criticized a phenomenon known as presentism, which means judging everyone in the past by the standards of the present. It's the belief that people who lived 100 or 500 or 1,000 years ago really should have known better. Which is so stupid. It's like getting mad at yourself for not knowing what you know now when you were 10. Stupid me, spending all that time raising sea monkeys. And who doesn't have moments from your past that make you cringe? Who hasn't said, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I wore that. I can't believe I thought that. I can't believe I did that.
What a strange argument this is, right? That we shouldn't judge people of the past so harshly because they, like us, used to be cringe. Like, we used to be cringe as children and teenagers. We did things we weren't proud of, just like Christopher Columbus, just like Thomas Jefferson, whatever. We should stop judging so much. For one thing, it's a super odd argument because he's acting like this is a way of avoiding presentism, right? Avoiding holding people of the past to our standards. But really, it's just a reaffirming of presentism. Instead of thinking of Columbus and Jefferson and whoever else as autonomous moral agents who are dealing with social, economic, ideological, and ethical pressures that are different from the ones we deal with today, he imagines them as little babies. He imagines them as little tiny children. That's not avoiding presentism. That's just doing more of it. That's imagining them in the present, but different. But the more important problem with this argument is that it's just deeply, fundamentally unconvincing. Like, imagine you were talking to like a leftist, like a progressive, and they said, man, we should really stop lionizing George Washington. The man owned so many people. He owned a massive amount of people. Why do we treat him like he's a hero? And Bill Maher, rolls his eyes. He goes, and he looks at them and he goes, man, shut up, because that guy was a baby. That guy was just a little baby. What does he expect the leftist reaction to be there? Oh, I didn't know he was a baby. We throw him a parade. Oh, he's a baby? The baby owns somebody? Why don't we build a statue of him right now? Put it in the town square. Make it the big baby statue. And can I just say, as one last note, that this shit is the most bog standard conservative bait and switch stuff I've ever seen. The reason why woke progressive whatevers, tend to say things about how the founding fathers did a lot of horrible things and how Columbus was a monster is because our literal entire culture imports these figures as moral paragons. We create myths about them. We treat them as gods and deities. And if Bill Maher cared about presentism even a little bit, he would say that this is the fundamental problem, that we have to stop doing that. But instead, Bill Maher begins by saying for a second that sometimes conservatives whitewash history, and then he goes on to spend absolutely zero time on it. Just his only concern ever is with pandering to conservatives, because he is a fraud and an asshole. Okay, thank you. Bye.